Okay, so today we're going to take a look at one of our robots is not acting right. And I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we have about 5 or 6 different iRobots in the house. Got them for reviews and then just kept them for the robot fleet. Long live Skynet. I mean, we're going to take a look and fix our Braava M6. And I'm going to show you how I did it. And if it's not spraying, one of the Achilles heel of this model is you'll get that it just doesn't spray. A mopper that doesn't mop is called what? It's called a wife. I'm just kidding. Do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. What's up guys, this is Hervé from HERVEs WORLD, showing you that IT means I try. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. So on this channel we do unboxings, desktop support, life hacks, actual hacking, and fixing robots for Skynet, because that's what we have to do and we have to honor our master. Anything we discuss in this episode you'll find right on the bottom of here. Now, our robot, the M6, has been great and glorious in the beginning, but it doesn't spray. Doesn't spray the liquid to mop. So, and it also just like moves around and does the robot in stance, but it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And I'm going to show you what I did to fix it. So remember, IT means I try. I know going into one of these things is kind of scary, but I'm going to walk you through and you're going to be able to get your M6 that you posted on Craigslist to work. Anything we're discussing in this episode, you'll find right on the bottom. Let's get it. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to take out the reservoir right in here. Second, you can take out the interior here, take out the filter, and this is gonna be key once you go through because you're gonna wanna make sure to get at any debris. Our robot's probably 3 or 4 years old, so you're gonna make sure that you clean this out really good. So we're gonna flip this puppy. On its own, you see that the red light is there. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our cleaning sheath. And I have a couple more going. There's a 10-pack, which I'll put a link in the bottom. Next, we're going to remove the battery. You want to make sure that you do. Now there's 2 screws to this. You want to make sure that you take this off accordingly, and you can actually use one of the screws to protrude it out. Next, you'll see, just so you can see, once again, 5 here, small ones, 3 here, 2 long ones here, 2 here as well, and then there's 4 right here. The one we're really looking at is right in this section right here, so we're going to separate accordingly. So let's remove. You're going to want to, why pay someone to do this when this is, you're capable of going through and getting this done. Now as you see, I am removing the screws, but I'm leaving it in place to remove. Now this, you can pull up and out, up and out. And then once you put this to the side, you can see the interiors are here. So let's break this down. If the system is giving you issues, it can be one of 2 things if the spray is not working. One, the front nozzle is this cable right over here, or the motor that suctions out, and you'll see it's right over here. Now here, it's just 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4 to take this motor tray out. If there's crimping in the cable, just flatten it because it gets pinched here. And all you do is you flatten it on the side. Now let's remove this front cable. First, we're going to slide out the hose right there. It's just a simple slip motion. And you'll see that the 4 screws on the front releases the front cover. Now we have exposed here, you'll see the nozzle here. So all you need to do is to remove the 1 screw that's here, and you'll see if you push gently, we are going to remove this tiny little screw right over here. And you can get access to it just by pushing this forward. And once you remove it, it stays in, but it comes out just a little bit. So a little bit more. Just like this. And this, my friends, is the second device that could cause it to not spray. So the nozzle could get cruddy after a while, depending on what materials and solutions you put into your machine. This is going to get dry here, and it's going to cause problems for the suction. So how you can test it is if you put some water in your mouth and then blow through, check and see if you're able to go all the way through with easy passage. If it seems blocked, then all you do is you place this in, as well as the nozzle, in a bath of distilled vinegar, about half hour, shake it, and then once you're done, make sure you hose it out, make sure you drench this with water, make sure that there's no residue of vinegar on here and here, and you'll be good to go. So let's do the reverse, and that fixed it for me. So we're going to put these in a position here, and we're just going to do the reverse now. So we're going to put the cable in. Push the cable in, and now we're going to be able to pop this in, and it could only go on one side. So now we place back the hose and make sure that it's not crimped in any form or fashion. You can see it's just a small circular motion that you put in. So let's put back our section and do the reverse. Make sure you don't pull this too far. You slide along the top and you place it down. More like a flat function. We can put back the front portion, which is the bumper. Now, when you have it at this point, just test and see that you have full actuation of the buttons. We can now flip it and proceed with the putting of the screws. Okay, next we do the screws, 3 small ones here, long ones for everywhere else, and then we put the mop holder here. Alrighty, now the piece I was telling you about, you just place that back, and we're missing 1 screw, but we'll find it in a sec. Now if you're following along, we're almost there. Now we're going to insert the battery. It can only go one way. And you should start seeing activity here with the lights. And if you're here at this point, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, because these are circumstances that you may go through with your robot. There we go, actuation on the robot. We have all our screws. We're going to flip, we're going to open. Now, the first thing you're going to make sure is you're going to put this face down. Also, make sure that the rubber seal here is half in, half out, and just take a look and see how it looks here. And then all this does, it goes face down. You place this portion here, and you want to test this as well. So how you test it is if you just press, you'll see that liquid comes out. This goes in, pops down, you close, and we are done with our robot. And that's gonna do for this episode. It's as simple as that. So if your robot, your M6, is having some woes, a couple screws, when you pull it off, a couple caveats, make sure you don't pull it off to disconnect the cable. If it's not the nozzle, then it's the engine mechanism that forces the water to come out. And that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you guys. If you guys want to see a more in-depth video on the M6, shoot me a comment on the bottom. But if you want to discuss anything on the procedure that we just did, do me a favor. Let's chat about it in the description and the comments. I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember, IT means I try. Don't be scared. It's your device. If it's out of warranty, what's the worst you have to do? You have to send it to repairmen. You don't need to for these fixes. It's a very simple fix for this. And also, when you're using the distilled vinegar, make sure that it's submerged, the nozzle is submerged, and the filter is submerged. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Do me a favor. If you like me going into my robots for your viewing pleasures, give me a like. And I'm going to give you guys a huge shout out. Weather is beautiful here in New York. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Remember, IT means I try. Don't be scared. I got your back. Get into the robot. You can fix it. I know you can fix it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.